In this video, I'm going to go over multiple examples of this power of a power property where your exponents you're going to multiply. So take a look here. I'm going to do 5 examples of a power of a power. So in this question here, I have 3 squared to the 5th power. What I'm going to do is multiply those powers. So my 2 and my 5 get multiplied together, which means I'm going to have 3 to the 10th. Now if I type that into my calculator, I'm going to hit 3 and then I'm going to use this caret key here to the 10th. And I'm going to write down this number 50. Oh, I don't know why I had 0, 10. I don't think that really matters, but let me just delete it to confirm. 59,049 would be my answer of 3 to the 10th. And then for this one, if I multiply my powers here, 1/4 times 4, well, my 4's cancel out and I'm left with x to the 1st. But I don't really need to write to the 1st power, that's unnecessary, so I'll just simplify with the letter x. And then here, notice how I have parentheses and brackets. So I just want you to know that my term, my base number is going to be -3, and that base is going to be multiplied 3 times 2 or 6 number of times. So -3 to the 6 times. Now it's very important that you look at how I have my parentheses here because this is going to help us determine the sign of our answer. If you have a base that is negative and you raise it to an even amount of times, because we have parentheses here, I want -3 times -3, -3 times -3, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, -3 times -3. An even amount of my negatives is going to cancel out and make a positive. So 3 times 3 is 9, another 3 times 3 is 9, another 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 times 9 times 9 is 729. And that's going to be my answer, and it will be a positive because my base of 3 was inside parentheses and it was taken to a even number of times. Now in the next question here, I want to show you, again, the difference between when you have a set of parentheses and not, and then when you have an even power versus odd power. It's important to note sign here. This base, -5, we're going to multiply twice. And a negative times a negative, an even amount of negatives, means that your answer becomes positive. But that is not what this last question says here. It says the opposite of 5 squared. So the opposite of the base of 5 times 5. So the negative is not included, shall we say, as the part of the term like it was here. It is kind of pushed out front. And PEMDAS says I'll write it down. PEMDAS says I look at my exponent and apply that before I address the one and only subtract sign we have. So I'm going to have my exponent taken first, 5 times 5, and then address that there was 1 subtract out front. Well, I have 1 minus sign out front, and that means my answer here is -25. Don't believe me? Try it on a calculator.